day's barn life. So I'm gonna try to do a vlog today. So I'm gonna go through what we do on a normal morning, and it is cold this morning, so I got my Alaska hat on and head out here to the barn. We got a bunch of rain coming again this week, so I don't have an opportunity to ride. It's going to be a work day. So we're going to be finishing the front pasture fencing and setting out some another fly trap, because Jalal is extremely fly allergic, and he's already starting to have allergic reactions, so I have to get him some Benadryl today. There he is. There he is. So I had to move him. He flooded the barn the other day, like itching his bum because of the flies. Hi, honey. That's Jalal. Hi. So now he's in the more level paddock. He had a bit of a suspensory when we did his chiropractic work a couple weeks ago that the chiropractic vet was worried about. But he also has a elbow injury, which is the primary factor. So, hi buddy. It's Jalal. Hi. Let's see, how much did you eat? Oh, good. You ate most of your breakfast, your dinner. You squished your bowl. What'd you squish your bowl for? And I see Yellow. I see Yellow. Oh, he's doing good. Yes, Yellow's got some ulcer stuff going on, a little bit of hindgut irritation. So, oh, he ate really good. So we're trying to get him to eat better. So I just got to clean the stalls, and this is still wet from when Jalal flooded the barn the other day. And you can see the stall is still soaked. It's better than it was. So husband fixed the water line yesterday. Replaced that. We're going to have to backfill some rock so he doesn't crush the PVC again. And then get the rest of this slop out of there. So we'll be running the tractor today. Finish cleaning this stall out. This is going to be a Regalo stall. It was previously Jalal's, but eventually Regalo will go here. It's my feed room. We had to bring in pallets because somebody flooded the barn. So now the hay that I store in here for daily use is on the pallets, in case we have another water issue. Fortunately, the hay that got wet on the bottom, we flipped it over, dried it, and we'll use that this week before it has a chance to get moldy. There's my feed cans. I had the other rubber pad here, and unfortunately when the water came in here, it didn't run out because the rubber mat was in the way, so that is a problem. So I moved that mat into the stall that he's in now. So I'm just going to be doing some cleaning, our regular stall duties, and I'll check back in here in a bit. There's a little tour of my feed area as I get the breakfast ready. So the breakfast contains alfalfa pellets and Equipride, a supplement that my trainer swears by. We also feed in the evening Healthy E, which is amazing. This goes for Cielo because he's insulin resistant. He gets the Hero. And then I've added the ProBios to help with the hindgut. And of course, they're doing omeprazole. And then these are low sugar cookies that are just fabulous. They love them. So that's what we're doing for breakfast. And the rest of the supplements are for dinner. vacation, so he'll be spending most of his time in here. This is the elbow injury area. We've been putting a special gel that I have from a chiropractor that works quite well. So I'm using that. The suspensory is fine. He doesn't have any tenderness in his tendon anymore, so that was nothing. It was just a secondary. Probably grabbed himself or did something when we ponied him out on the trail a couple weeks back, but he's fine. So now we're just going to have him lasered on Thursday, so hopefully move him along in his recovery. So we passed the roll test. Seal's quite happy with the condition of the stall. So there was a lot of wet stall pellets underneath. I had to dig out because that was from the flood, and then the reddish looking stuff actually had pee in it. So it was mostly wet, wasted stall pellets from the flood. So I threw those out in the paddock, and I'll come by with the tractor later and I'll clean out his paddock. He does most of his poo outside, so it's much easier to clean his. All I have to do is sift through and get the pee out. So that's why he gets 2 bags of stall pellets, because he pees a lot because of the being insulin resistant, as well as being on the Equipride. They urinate twice as much as a normal horse. So he has a tendency to get thrush because of the pee, so that's why we have the stall pellets. So that's what we're doing today. So the next thing I'm working on today is I'm setting out the fly traps. These are really good products. This here in the middle is an actual spray. I got it from the people that sell the fly predators. This one I got this from the local feed store. This one's really good. My trainer uses these. She's got them all over the property. It's amazing. Thousands of flies that you can catch. And these are the fly predators. So they come to you in regular installments throughout the year, the fly season year. We are just now starting with flies, and Jalal is extremely allergic. So the fly predators don't come out of their cocoons until the temperature is a certain range, so I'm trying to speed them up so I can get them out, because we already have flies and I would really like for them to start doing their job. So they come in this little box, and they'll come regularly, and then you spread them on Mount Poo, anywhere where you have a concentration of manure, and they'll go ahead and they'll kill any fly larvae, and of course the traps catch all the adults, which they're amazing. And then this fly spray, it smells really good actually. It's a new product. They just came out with it this year. My trainer got a sample last year to test, and it worked out quite well. So we're going to try that this year, because Jalal is extremely allergic to common housefly. So because of his extreme allergy, it starts manifesting itself with itching, and that's what he was just doing. He was itching his neck on the stall door, the run-out door. What he's also started doing, the reason why we had the flood, is because he's rubbing on his tail. That's usually the first indication that we have that he's having an allergic reaction. So, and you can see here, the hair is sticking up. So this is all him itching because of an antihistamine response. And then of course yesterday he was itching in the trailer, so he has 3 nice sores on his bum. You know, so this is the beginning of the allergic reaction that he has, because he's extremely allergic to common housefly. So Monday the vet is coming, and we're starting him on a series of injections, allergy shots that people, you know, get as well. So we had the blood drawn, we had the serum made, and hopefully Monday we'll be starting the injections, so that way he'll feel much better this year. Okay, so this is my other project that I'm going to be working on today. This plant here, although may be pretty, and you can see it's got a, I don't know if you can quite see that, it has a spiky stem. At the top, it has this characteristic, like, hook. Here's another one. You can see as the flowers start to come out, it has a hook, like a fiddle. So they call this, the common name is fiddlegrass, and it is native to Northern California in below 5,000 feet. So you don't see this grass above 5,000 feet. So it is something that is native. Unfortunately, it's highly toxic to the horses. The horses are not interested in it. I didn't know it was here, and they were eating around it. So it is something that they do avoid, but if they do ingest it, it destroys their liver and it can kill them. So it is highly toxic to horses and cattle for that matter. So the best way to remove it is to pull it, to just pull it out, the whole thing out of the ground, because it has a fairly short and easy root system to pull out. And then you bag it and dispose of it so that way it doesn't repopulate. The reason I think we have so much of it, because this is a new property to us, but you can see there's areas that don't have it. This is an area that we disturbed. So any of the areas we disturbed with excavation for the barn build, that's where we're seeing the fiddle grass, or fiddle plant, whatever the heck it's called. So to summarize the day, I just walked around and finished up some things that needed to be finished before the next bout of rain comes. So I finished the pasture number 2, the front pasture, which is out here by the main, our front road. It's not really a main road. There's a lot more activity out here. So this one, Cielo's a little bit more suited for this pasture. A little too much activity for Jalal. So this is the front pasture. So I finished stringing the fence down, the white fence line. Needed to be higher for the boys. So got this done. So he's got all this area out here. I took some pictures of him out here running around earlier. It's right next to the dogs who were losing their minds. They were not happy about that, so they had to learn that the horses are allowed. They're supposed to be here. And then I came over here, and this paddock hasn't been used because Jalal's been in the back paddock, but since they flooded it, so he's now in here. I have a few things I'll have to tidy up, but I put the stakes in here and over there to finish the making the fence line a little sturdier for him. That's going to be a gate in between those H-braces over there. I need to tidy up the brace wire because he's already broken one in the back paddock, so those will have to be reinforced because he likes to destroy stuff. So then the boys had spa day, so I went ahead and braided them. Cielo, do you want to show your braids? No? Can't be bothered? He's eating his dinner. Dinner consists of his supplements and LMF low carb stage 1 because he's insulin resistant, so we all have special feed. Let's see if he'll, there we go. So you can see his braids and his tail bag is back on. He lost his tail bag during the flooding event on Thursday. And then Jalal had spa day, and of course he's already rolled. I'll include a video of him rolling because I put his fly spray on, the new fly spray with a nice scent. Apparently he didn't like the scent, so he decided to roll. I know, yummy, yummy, yummy. So we're getting him some Benadryl because he is already rubbing. You can see here is a rub mark. And here is a rub mark, and then he's got the marks on his bum from rubbing. So we're going to get some Benadryl, and then of course tomorrow the vet comes out. So I did his mane and tail, put his tail bag back on. So he's all ready to go for the rain event, and then he's also getting his supplements and his LMF low carb stage 1. He's allergic to quite a few food items, so that's why he's on the low carb, and he gets his extra supplements. And then I pulled a whole bunch of the weed by hand out of pasture 1 this morning. I read up on it. You can't spray the fields. You have to cut them, pull as many as you can in small areas, and then you have to cut them before they go to seed to get rid of the essentially. And you can see everywhere I go, there's another one. So you can see the reason why it has its name. It has those flower pods. There's another one there. So they're literally everywhere. So a lot of them did get cut down when we mowed. The ones that are generally around the paddocks and anywhere near where the horses are frequenting, pulling those out by hand. We'll probably, once it dries out, run the... Oh, I got a little butterfly. A moth or something. We'll probably run the mower through the pastures and then keep those yellow weeds to a minimum, because I noticed that the bad weed is near this other weed, so they seem to like the same sort of environment, and one kind of hides the other. There's another one. So still got a lot more pulling to do. Got a rain event coming, so we're just going to do the best we can. I'm going to finish tidying this up into a vlog, and that'll be that.